skip. No special other little options.
Is my camera working in Skype? I have no idea. I guess my camera's working. Yeah. This new Skype is pretty weird because I don't have a preview, but cool. Where am I getting this from?
Okay. Now about playback speed. How to switch to the YouTube version of this.
Hey.
Hey. Hmm.
Shouldn't really be anything on my end, I think.
I didn't change anything. Hello. Hi.
Yo.
It's me. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. What's up, everybody? I'm yeah. I'm
That's why I'm holding off.
I'm just saying what's good. Get some chat interaction.
Oh yeah. Don't if you see Moto in the chat, don't listen to him. Don't
Yeah,
even
everything he
acknowledge him.
says is incorrect
Yeah.
automatically. Yeah,
Okay,
he's
yeah.
right.
He's correct. Block Moto from the chat. Ban him right now. Ban.
Dan. Nah.
Ban Motobug. A Lamau.
Implying I'm hungover. I don't get hungover. I get results.
A.
Oh yeah, sure. Um. So, Shock, how's your weekend?
Uh, busy. Doing
S-
shit all the
Sick.
time. I don't go to events anymore because I'm too busy.
I don't go to events because there aren't any events now
Oh,
for, until New Xanadu opens, and then there's going to be a lot of events. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, no, it's just this awkward month of like nothing's happening. But I mean, MTV APM is like really tight with each other, like Snack Chat and stuff. So we all just hang out and do like things outside of Smash together, like really regularly. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Tommy's a goon. Yeah, Tommy, like moving to Philly was like Act Two of like four in the history of Snack. I would say it got like way weirder or a lot more tighter. I guess. Yeah, we do crazy stuff now. Like I threw a Hyperflames 21st and like things like that. It was great. It was great. Drunk Alex is like potentially my favorite human being on the planet. definitely is weird. He like, it's weird because like he says he doesn't like really super enjoy it, but then if like he's with everybody, he'll join in.
Okay.
Oh, I think your mic is muted on the stream.
For who?
I'm reading chat apparently. I mean, I don't know if it says in your OBS thing that like your audio is going through. It probably is. I just don't. I'm just checking chat. Oh, your mic is muted. I just checked the stream. Yep. Dodgy. Nothing's funnier than an oops moment.
Oops, all spin moves.
Oops. My B button broke.
Good. Can you guys hear me though?
Yeah.
I can.
Okay, sick. It literally was one button.
Nice.
Sick.
All right. Well, we are, after all of that, finally ready to go.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Usually we only need 30 minutes of tech beforehand. I'm going to like redo the way I do all of this because I swear every time I have a different issue and I just need it to be simple again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. All right. We will start recording in 3. Oh my god, everyone's saying I'm super loud compared to you guys.
Rest in peace.
Nope, I'm moving you guys up and me down.
Give it a...
This is also dumb. All right. Now we should be good. Talk quickly.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, yeah, audio levels should be about the same now.
Cool.
Oh my god. Okay, now 3, 2, 1, recording. All right, this, despite our best efforts, this is why my main is sick, Sonic. I am joined here with Shockbound and Goode. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
Shock, go ahead.
I'm Shockbound Sonic from Pacific Northwest Washington, around the Seattle area. Yeah.
All right.
Simple and sweet.
Good. I'm a Sonic player, as you might expect. I'm 4th in MDVA's PR, and I'm ranked 39th for the PM rank.
Okay.
2017.
There you go. Since Shockbound didn't mention it, he tends to be known as the like Sonic tech expert. If you don't understand some frame data or you need to know like what's actually happening, he's the guy to ask.
Yeah, the dynamic between like the big Sonics is definitely like Shock goes out and discovers something like really cool or like really weird or really jank, and then like I immediately jump on it and I'm like, let's do it. Let's see where let's have it at top 8, and then like Jfis, everybody else, we all just like hop on there eventually. but he's like everything's sort of like centered around Shock and just like everything he finds out.
Yep,
So
that's why every time someone's like,
the
"Why is
most-
Shockbound down here?" I'm like, "Trust me, you
'Cause
want
he
him
knows
to be on here."
He knows everything.
Explaining it and
Yep.
trying to use it.
I feel
There's
like
no
every
first
character
one
has
to
that guy
incorporate
though.
it.
Every character seems to have the person who's like they are the tech person, and I think for half the characters it's Softy, but
Yeah.
yep.
Like 2, maybe. It's like Diddy Wolf.
Well, yeah, it used to be more. He randomly pops into the Icy's chat and it's like, "Hey guys, found this weird thing," and then leaves.
Yeah, that sounds like Softy.
Yep. All right. You mentioned names, tags, how people are gonna find you. Let's get straight to it. How did you start playing Sonic? Like, what brought you to Sonic right away? Let's start with Shockbound for that.
Well, I used to be a Game & Watch main, and then, like, I don't know, like, I picked up Sonic out of the blue, just like I had him on random once, and then it's just like...
Was that a really bad Sonic pun?
What's that?
Never mind. I'll let chat figure that one out.
Anyway,
Oh no.
yeah, I just started picking him up. I wanted to figure him out because he made absolutely no sense to me, and I couldn't win with him against my friends, so
Okay.
I went to go and lab it out. And I ended up finding some weird stuff. I read Star's guide about Sonic on Smashboards, and that brought me to the character. And next time I came back to my friends, they just could never beat me. So, yeah, learning about the character is one of the most important things that you can do if you're just starting out. Just like look at the resources and figure what you need to do.
Yeah, Star's guide was like pretty influential for a lot of people.
Is that like one of the big resources?
It
It
used
used to be the only resource.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I started playing Sonic. Well, before I played Sonic, I played Zelda for 2 years, and I was pretty good with her. Some like right around the time I was quitting, there was rumors that I was like second best Zelda or whatever. But I played that character for a really long time, and like since 2.6 B, and you know, I played her for such a long time. I didn't really end up enjoying her anymore, and there's a bunch of external reasons. So like my only real goal really was to like figure out Zelda and hopefully like help the PMDT fix her, and then PMDT shut down. So there's just a week where I was just sitting and like hard thinking, just like, oh, what am I gonna do? So I played a bunch of characters, and I just was like, I just need to pick somebody who I just think I have the most fun with. And I had played Sonic a little bit in 3.02, but yeah, I ended up just like completely finding a home in Sonic, and the Sonic community has been really fun and helpful, and it's really cool. I'm like, I've never really been happier playing Smash Brothers up until now.
Neat. So, we can start on the rest of it.
Oh no. Oh.
Wisely, are you dead?
Should I say something? Is this gonna be a quick fix?
Oh, his
no.
mic stopped, apparently.
Yeah, his mic stopped working.
Sorry, chat.
Rest in peace. And it's been like,
And he's returned.
really
I think.
random.
He's in the chat. Is he talking? Who knows? Because if he's saying anything, I can't hear him. Can chat hear him?
Yeah.
'Cause I can't see chat.
All right, let's pass the time with some quick Shockbound Q&A.
Oh shit.
If you had to, how well do you think you would do in a tournament where I removed your B button from your controller?
How am I gonna recover, boy?
Okay, you can up B. That's fine.
Okay. I would grab, and then I would dare, and then I would grab, and then I would cry because I can't do anything else movement wise. Fuck me, right?
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, like that's. I rely on it for a lot of stuff, but it's like it's one of the coolest things about Sonic. I hear Wisely speaking. Hey, hello, save me from this madness.
Why does my mic hate me today?
I don't know. It's just one of those days, man.
Well, that's going to be an interesting 2 minutes of the thing, but I'm not going to start this over. It's a podcast. It's not like a professional edited thing. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
All right. So we finished up. I realized this when I was saying like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense," and no one was like acknowledging anything I said.
Oh no.
No, it's fine. Suddenly I'm like, "Ah, crap." Also, for some reason, you guys just got way louder, so that's cool.
That's my gift to you.
All right, so we've discovered why you guys started playing as Sonic, but what brings you back? What is it about Sonic that you're just like, this is the character for me?
For me personally, it's the tech. It's a lot of like the with Zelda, it felt like I had to play a very restricted play style, and everything I sort of did was like, it was all dependent on what my opponent did, which is like, I mean, that's always the game, but it was always like I couldn't do anything I wanted to do ever in neutral or whatever. So I just wanted a character that would just give me like the most freedom and fluidity. And I feel like that's really what Sonic means a lot to me, is just like the ability to do a million random little things and just string them together.
Okay.
Also, I think Shock's mic is muted.
Yeah, that's intentional.
No, yeah, Shock has been doing it intentionally. My mic has just randomly decided it doesn't want to exist.
As for me, I come back to the character because the movement's fun. I like doing the cool shit, and it's I don't know. I never really get tired of it. Simple as that.
There you go.
Anyway, I'm sure a lot of people, on the other hand, besides me and Goode, get tired of seeing Sonic all the fucking time. So we
I've grown used to
what he's doing, right?
Yeah.
Who's Ace?
What?
Somebody showed up in the rabbit.
Oh, jeez. I don't know who that is.
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
All right, I don't know who that is, but I'm muting them and kicking them out. Oh,
See,
they just left
sick.
by themselves.
You should just lock the room.
I'm going to now. That's also another thing that's never happened. It's a good day. All right, we're gonna go over the Sonic hate and things like that, because those are definitely things that I want to hit on. But let's just talk about like Sonic in general for a second. This isn't quite so much of like a how to play Sonic 101, but quick run through each of you off the top of your head. What's the best matchup and what's the worst matchup? Totally fine if you disagree on this.
Worst matchup, Fox. I think that's pretty well established at this point. A lot of people just kind of unanimously agree. Like, despite all the memes about Sonic Spacey Killer, right? No, that's not true at all. You get CC shined. You can't deal with the fucking Nair, right? That's how it goes. And the best matchup is Ganon, hands down.
Ganon?
No question. Yeah, Ganon. Like, you roll over Ganon. Ganon can't do anything.
For me, I'd probably say Olimar is the easiest matchup.
RIP.com.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
He just can't do
it's
anything.
more just about like Olimar is kind of a bad character and Sonic's a pretty good character.
That's usually how it goes, yeah.
But
And
like Olimar,
Sonic, when he gets to play to his strengths, just like will destroy characters.
Mm-hmm.
There's no playing back against.
Yep.
Like when he's able to abuse his strengths, there is no counterplay. at
And
all
the
after
strengths that Olimar does have don't help in that matchup.
Yeah.
Purple.
I think the difference between like what makes Olimar so bad versus like what makes a character like Ganon so bad, which Ganon is a ridiculously free matchup as well.
Mm-hmm.
But if Ganon can like by some miracle grab you or get a decent confirm, he can damage you and potentially kill you. Olimar can't. So
I'll show you a little bit later because I do have a video of a Ganon where he can't do anything. So we'll get there.
Oh, we'll get there.
Okay.
For the worst matchup, probably Peach is a popular opinion.
I've heard that one. Yeah.
I plenty of the top Sonics don't follow the Fox is the worst matchup philosophy. I am one of them, but for different reasons that we'll definitely talk about, because it's a relatively new tech, which many people aren't using. Mystery.
Which tech is that?
Active spin RAR.
Yeah.
Okay. I have heard of that one.
A lot more than I do.
I think I'm the only one who's using it consistently right now.
Yeah, probably. That's probably true, yeah.
But things like CC Shine and stuff are actually invalidated by it at all percents, which is why.
Jeez. Okay, we're definitely going to talk about active spin. You said spin RAR?
Active spin RAR, yeah.
Why do all your techs sound like terrible? Is that actually named after WinRAR?
No.
No, it's named after like
it's
how
like fun.
RARs go, because like you have to do the.
It was honestly like the most descript short name we could think of without making.
Yeah, we could have done all
another like rascal tier. Like it's just that was the only way where it was like the name itself made sense.
Okay,
yeah,
that's fair enough.
Well, we'll get into explaining the names of tech and why they're named like that later, because like there's so much that goes into that it's just like something that has to be kind of explained a little bit, but we'll get there.
Oh,
soon.
Definitely. That's
there's
the reason I wanted to do Sonic soon.
Yeah.
It felt like the entire PM community was just like bubbling up, and I was like, all right, I need to have Sonic on an episode stat so that
the
people...
PM community is hardcore upset about it.
I know they are.
Because, I mean, and I can't blame them. I didn't like Sonic before I played him. It's like, oh, this is just this fast guy, and like he's supposed to have bad hitboxes, but why am I getting rolled off
I'm in
3%?
Me personally, I have Helix in my region, but I play Ice Climbers, and I feel like he invalidates the character. So I'm now playing other characters.
Good for Sonic. Yeah.
But that's also me knowing like, all right, I just need to be able to figure this out. All right. The other stuff that we're going to talk about are things that we can just mention while the videos are going on. I know that Shock has a couple of things he wants to point out specifically right away. After that, we've got just things to think about, like what are the types of mix-ups in mind games that Sonic is really looking for? What are the types of reads that Sonic is trying to get that might be a little bit different than other people? If we're going through a video and I don't see something that you think is just like the coolest thing ever, stop me, tell me to go back, do whatever you want. But yeah, we're gonna hit this through. There was a couple questions from Reddit as well, but we've already talked about one of them, which is unexplored and underutilized tech, which was from Tomo Mojo. It sounds like active spin RAR is that.
Active spin RAR is definitely that currently.
Okay,
I don't think Rascal is like as implemented as it should be yet.
But at least most people have heard the term Rascal.
But now it's like people are aware of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I want active spin RAR to be like the new Rascal, because I think it's more impactful. Both
Rascal's
at, like,
already
the
so
low
good,
level and at the high level, because it's actually really easy in my opinion.
Okay,
I mean, it's kind of hard timing wise, but
is
I think
spin RAR in any of the videos that you sent me?
I actually, all the VODs I sent of me are intentionally past when we learned about active spin RAR, so I do them in all of them.
Oh, okay, it's cool. Then yeah, you can definitely will be able to stop and point that out.
Yep.
But yeah, let's go. Shockbound, you're controlling right now, so guide us through.
So I wanted to start off on game 3 of this because there's like a good sequence that I use that kind of shows what all the spin moves are like in a row. So like that's definitely one of the big things that a lot of people gripe about with Sonic is just the inability to figure out which one he's using at any given time.
The second question I had written down from Reddit was just a general what is spinning.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah. That's kind of a given.
So there are some general rules to Sonic spins.
Okay.
Which are that most of them require, like, in order to be used optimally, a directional input to be held. They're fast, and they are all negatively disjointed.
Okay.
And a good chunk of them also can't clank with anything.
Yeah.
Especially the down B and side B ones.
Yep.
Makes sense.
But certain tech that has just been discovered over time has limited the amount of, like, other inputs Sonic can buffer, like, holding down to crouch cancel while you're going in and stuff. It sort of becomes an option at some points where if I choose to like down B into my opponent, if I want to optimally down B, I have to active spin RAR or hold forward due to some weird jank thing that we don't really know much about.
Well, you know a bit about it, but it's just odd to explain.
I still haven't figured it out, and I spent a lot of time.
I know what it is.
Reading
I can
through your
do
posts.
Okay.
But and it's like, okay, but you know, PM is a game where you want to hold down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's generally the safe option is to be holding down 9 times out of 10, or just like DIing anywhere. So getting a hit out, I've started to coin the term Sonic main DI, where you think you're going to hit somebody with something and then you get hit, and because you have to be holding some direction, your DI is just awful.
Oh, I see. So it's
And
like
Sonic's weight
built-in
doesn't,
Bermuda
like,
Triangle
help with
DI.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
Sonic's
But,
weight
like,
doesn't
Sonic
help
can
with that
still
either.
recover from Bermuda Triangle DI, so whatever.
Yeah, if he doesn't like just die immediately, he'll make it back, which is nice.
I've noticed that. I have to straight up blast zone someone, or else they'll make it.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Even then, he's got some things that will let him just stop all of his momentum all at once, a bit like a bucket break.
Mm-hmm.
He actually does basically have a bucket break.
Yeah, he's got 2 of them, in fact.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So
I've got an example of it in the video, and I'll be sure to point it out when we get there. But like
Okay.
when he releases his down B, he stops completely. All the momentum is ignored, and it sets it to whatever he's moving forward with. Same thing with side B. And you just can use that. It's not like frame 1, like bucket break is, but it comes out in like frame 5 and frame 9, or frame 12 actually, yeah.
Yep.
So it can't really be used in the same way. You can't really survive at like hundreds of percent, but like for the most part, you can get it off. It will keep you alive for a very long time.
yeah, all those Game & Watch scenarios where they hold down and then just press down B, just picture the same thing, but Sonic
does the same thing. It's,
Okay.
That's an old Game & Watch habit I have of mine from being a Game & Watch man. I figured that out straight away.
I mean, it is a little harder because in order to release down special, you have to return your stick to neutral.
yeah.
But yeah, Sonic will live a lot longer if
Mhm.
he's just in that
Okay.
scenario.
So, spin move stuff.
I guess I've noticed that. I just didn't realize that it was almost the exact same thing as bucket breaking.
Oh yeah.
I just thought it was a different input.
So I'm gonna get into this part of the video
Okay.
that has a certain string of stuff. It's gonna start off with some side B things first, and being able to distinguish that from there. Mostly, like the most important spin move that Sonic really has is grounded side B, the one with the tap version of it. So like you'll see here, like right there, I just ran up and then I grabbed that aside, be like, whoa, what is that? Like,
Can you go back for like 2 seconds again?
Yeah, like, okay, this is the weird thing. This is why I kind of like slow-mo, and I
Yep.
can't really get slow-mo to work with this. But, like, it's so hard to explain all of this.
Okay. No
Yeah,
worries.
So
What is
actually,
happening?
if you could pause for like a second,
Sure.
we should probably explain how side B actually like works. Because
Yeah, no, imagine that whoever's watching this, it's their first time seeing what
Yeah.
Sonic is.
Yeah, and I
because
wanted
especially
to do that, but,
there's
like,
plenty of like
pause quick
high level
enough.
PM players who literally don't know how Sonic side B works. I have to explain it like once a week,
Yeah.
all the time.
Yep.
So
Like, and I would go frame advance with this, but it just doesn't work.
Not only do that, but like pretend this person has never played any Sonic game. Like that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
we're going for here.
Do that, but is there
So-
really a way to not slow this down?
There usually is.
There's nothing.
What?
So with side B, Sonic rolls a set distance.
I think
the
Rabbit
ground.
changed the way that it works recently.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But Sonic rolls a set distance along the ground. He's got repeating hitboxes during it.
Mhm.
And if you hold B instead of tapping B, you'll actually do a little hop before that, so it'll
Yeah, and like right
go
here,
a little
you
bit
see-
further.
In the video, he's doing the tap version right here, and like during that part where he's rolling across the ground,
Yep.
when he flashes blue, he can actually do a jump out of that, and that's like a normal jump, and you can cancel the jump squat with stuff like grab or
Wave
up
dash,
smash
whatever.
or
Yeah.
stop special.
Yeah.
It's sort of like that, and you can like wave dash out of it and do whatever. And, like a very common
Yeah.
one that you can do with the grounded side B is you can go across it and then go straight into a grab, like just like that.
Yeah. So side B has a baseball kick, which is really like if you just press A during it, he
Mhm.
sticks his feet out.
Yeah, you can either jump
It's
or
really only used for gimping spacies.
And I have an example of that.
It has some light use in like other matchups, but it's an option in there.
Okay.
The main thing that
And then when he flashes, it is jump cancelable. It's not a special type of jump cancel where it's like he maintains a spin or whatever. This is him actually entering his jump squat.
You do whatever you want out of that.
Any option out of it, like JC
including
grab.
other specials.
Yep.
So
that's all there.
Yeah. So you saw the side B over there. The other spin move here is like Nair. Like,
Okay.
This is a regular old short hop Nair. People seem to confuse it with other stuff, but like it's probably the most simplest spin move to recognize. See that big old flash right there.
Mhm.
You don't see that on anything else. It's just like it comes out as like one big solid hit. You won't
There's
really,
no burst movement. He's just
Yeah.
it's a short hop
It's
Nair.
just normal aerial. Like you see him come down and L cancel it over there.
Yep.
Like over here, I'm down on the ground again. I'm about to start a held side B on the ground because I had just landed. So like you see him hop into the air like that, and over there, as soon as I hit the ground, I jumped and did like a sweet spot in air because you still that giant kind of flash effect. I would rewind if I could, but it won't let me. And I can't really precision pause that on the big old graphic effect. But trust me, it's like this big
star
slash
jump?
effect. You can't
No,
miss
yeah,
it.
we saw that. We saw that.
Okay, yeah, good. So, yeah, when you get that, like, it's just really hard to see when it's just kind of chaining spin move to spin move, like one after the other. Side B does that so much. Like, you just hit the ground, and then as soon as you hit the ground after, like, a held side B or, like, an aerial side B, you're able to jump straight away. So, like, it can look very confusing when it happens all at full speed. So, yeah, like, you saw the short hop there, you saw the grounded side B, so the aerial side B. I'm about to do another aerial side B, like, on the way down. So, like, I went up, like, after the Nair, I just did, like, a regular cap side B in the air, which basically, like, there's really two portions to side B. There's, like, the first part where it just, like, it hits once. Like, it's very kind of single hit, very straightforward. It's, like, you can just fall with it. And when you hit the ground out of that part, then you go into fixed distance somersault that you can jump cancel. Common misconception for a lot of people who don't really understand Sonic, side B can only be jump canceled on the ground. You cannot do that in the air. That was like an old thing.
3.0.
Like, it took that out way back. So yeah, you can't do that. And its main purpose is just being able to link something while you're in the air until you hit the floor. Like all the combos happen while you're on the floor with that thing, and it's only used to really touch ground when you're there.
Yep. Another important use of side B is that it's the only spin that can grab ledge.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the most useful things for really, like, it keeps Sonic able to grab the ledge super quickly when, like, on stage. He doesn't really even need to think about it. He can just go straight to the ledge. You'll see that happen a lot.
Yep.
It'll be, like, probably one of the easiest things to recognize. Side B should be the one that you should spend the most, like, time focusing on trying to distinguish from the other stuff, because, like, it happens so often, it happens so quickly, and there's, like, really any, like, leeway to tell when it's there and when it's stopped.
Okay.
So from right here, I just landed from a side B, and I already jumped again. And, like, I'm in the middle of a down B, actually. But you can't really see that quite yet, because I'm still in, like, the middle of the charging thing. So I'm going to quickly try and unpause and then pause again so you can kind of see what it looks like. Here goes. Okay, yeah, here we go.
So it's got the blue flash.
Yeah, well, it's not really like a flash, but, like, you see around him, it's sort of like a buzzsaw kind of formation. Like, that's how you can really tell that it's down B. And the cool thing about down B is that instead of, like, changing into something else when it hits the floor, it just kind of keeps going. So, like, when you hit the floor, you just kind of keep all that speed and you just roll across, like, in the middle of down B. It's all, like, one thing. And, like, the way that you separate, like, the two parts of down B is, like, at the start, when you're kind of, like, in the charging portion of it, where you don't really move at all. But you can still, like, if you're in the air, you can kind of drift around a little bit. But you can go into the release phase at any time. And then when you go to the release phase, you just go. Like, you just keep going. And you don't stop unless you, like, do something else out of it. And you'll see what that means later.
You'll stop after, like, 5 seconds. But, yeah, you're basically good for as long as you want.
Yeah, so it'll go, like, I'm about to go off and then go, like, across the floor here. And, like, the main thing about down B is that you can double jump out of it when you're in the air. And on the ground, it does some different kind of jump. But, like, the main thing of it that makes it so easy to transfer into other stuff is the fact that you can double jump out of it. And, like, then you can still do whatever the heck you want. So I'm about to go off and off the side of the stage. We'll become airborne again. Like I said, it's just kind of one swift kind of mode. and you can take whatever action out of it whenever you want, depending on whether or not you're airborne or grounded. So I'll go off the edge, and you'll see. Like, I just double jumped as soon as I got off that.
Yeah, I
I
noticed
just went
that.
to the air, and you see that I was already able to act, so I just did another side B, because, like, that's how quickly you can transition in and out of this kind of stuff. It happens so quickly.
So the thing is that with down B, it's jump cancelable in the air at any point. So what Shock's doing is he's rolling off the ledge, which is giving him his double jump back, and then he's just immediately jumping out of that and doing side B.
Yeah. You can just chain all that. Like, it's got some crazy applications for platform movement, and, like, in certain cases, you can actually, like, double jump out of it and then immediately air dodge back down. Like, normally you're not allowed to air dodge at a down B, but, like, with the double jump, it sort of serves like a linking point into basically anything you want. Like, the air dodge gets rid of your momentum.
We'll get back to that later.
Yeah, that's a big thing about Sonic
that's something that we could spend like 10 minutes talking about.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Because that's like the gateway into Rascal.
Yeah. So I do the falling side B again here. Like, this is kind of like the end of it. I just kind of hit him.
Yep.
And, like, I can play out the rest of the stock. You see, I'm jumping out of that and doing a down B, and, like, oh, hey, look, he's dead. Whoa, look at that.
Yep.
Yeah. So that sort of covers it for, like, the differences between, like, side B, down B, and nair. Those are, like, the most common spin moves that you're really going to see.
So Shock,
I'm
I do
go
have a
back to the
question.
beginning of game one.
Do you have an example of holding back side B? In the air?
Probably later, yeah. Like, I'll definitely point it out when we get there.
Okay.
Because, yeah, you can definitely... Like, the important thing about side B when you're in the air is that you can kind of, like, drift around during it. So, like, if you can keep on going forward, or you can slow down by going back. And if you slow down so much that you reach a complete stop, they'll actually just kind of end midair. And that's useful for a lot of stuff. And, like, you won't go into, like, the sort of somersault on the ground that's like a multi-hit.
So
it'll just, like, land cancel.
Holding that, like, side B, when you're doing it to recover, it won't really end at a preferable time unless you grab ledge, hit the ground, or hold back. And holding back will let it cancel
keep going
really
for, like,
early.
a whole 60 frames.
Yeah.
It'll definitely kill you if you're not prepared for that.
Yeah, so if, like, you know, somebody grabs ledge on you and you're side being the ledge, and you don't hold back, you're going to die.
Yeah, I have an example of me dying to that.
Which is kind of like why it's sort of like the Sonic kind of requires you to have bad DI sometimes, because if that opponent decided to, like, back air or something,
yeah,
you're just dead.
Yeah, you're just kind of in a bad situation.
It's something that a lot of Sonics SD too. Like, they don't know how to really pull back cancel. Like, when they're just starting.
Oh yeah,
it's something that
you'll, like, accidentally see Sonic mains who are just trying to perform pullbacks. B reverse. And, like,
He's
that's
and there's
like, ugh. It never feels good.
So
that's like my fear.
Chat is asking this, and based on how they're asking this might be a joke, but I've been told to ask you, Shockbound, about Blast Attack.
Oh, actually, I got a few things in here for that. Here, actually, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
I've got something for the third stock of game one.
There's like 8 people telling me to ask you specifically about it, so I was assuming that you were
a
going to
Shockbound Blast Attack meme.
Yeah.
But actually, it is a move that we should talk about.
Okay. Sorry, chat. You're going to be useful today.
It's something that you have a lot of counterplay against, because, like, it loses to so many things. It's just like, if you hold down, it doesn't work. If you shield it, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, we should probably just talk about what Blast Attack is. So I think just about everybody knows how homing attack works.
Yep.
Sonic goes into the air, and he covers a large area. If anybody's within that area, he homes in on them.
I've got some examples of homing
and then he hits them. It's used a lot in Spacey's matchup. That's, like, one of the classic Sonic edge guards that he homing attacks him just like that, and then you just footstool him.
Yeah, no, he's just like, what percent was that? That was like 48%.
That's hilarious.
That's
right,
11 seconds into the match.
Yeah, there we go. That's
what Sonic versus Spacey's is sometimes. But so you can actually choose to circumvent the homing phase and just choose to go straight forward, and that's, like, a lot faster on how it comes out. And if you hit it, Sonic's able to act out of it way quicker.
And that's Blast Attack specifically, right?
Yeah, that's Blast Attack. So the way that it looks like is it's sort of supposed to be like this kind of high risk, high reward option. And a lot of Sonics when they first start off will start doing like up throw blast attack or side B blast attack. And that's definitely things that we used to do. But we've learned over time that that blast attack is terrible. Terrible hot garbage. It should basically never be used because there's always
very specific situations.
Yeah, there's like almost always
a better option.
Not only a better option, but also like if your opponent dies it right, you're not going to get anything.
Here, actually, I'm going to show you an example of blast attack right here. Like I just caught him coming off a platform, and this is like a spacey specific combo. It's something like Falcon and other fast fallers, but like I'm going to up air, and then while he's falling down, I'm going to hit him with a blast attack, and I'm just going to be like, it happens so quickly. You'll have to really watch out for it, but you'll see both me and him kind of pop up, and I'll link that into a fair. So let's have that. That's the blast attack.
Yep,
right
that
there.
was blast attack right there.
And now he's dead.
That was super fast. Okay.
Yeah, like this is why
you can do it really, really quickly.
Okay.
Now, here, I'll go back. Let's see what timestamp was that.
As a slight side note,
55, yeah.
I have watched. It's not actually relevant, but whatever. I've watched Nana just die to homing attack over and over and over again. She just got carried up the top.
Oh
yeah.
no.
And I couldn't do anything. I just sat and watched for 30 seconds.
Yeah, that sucks. Actually, that reminds me of a good weakness of homing attack and blast attack is that if they don't find a target, so basically if blast attack doesn't connect and if homing attack doesn't actually home in on anybody, Sonic will go into helpless.
Yeah.
So
that's also something else that you should probably touch up on because like a lot of people don't really understand like when neutral B is supposed to go into special fall and when it's not. So like people will see.
Yeah. So homing attack will sometimes find a target, which means that Sonic will travel to that opponent, and they could air dodge, they could move out of the way, a million things could happen. But essentially, that homing attack will miss, but it'll still home in.
Yeah,
Sonic isn't going to go into helpless off of that. He's going to be able to act just
So
fine.
he goes into helpless when he doesn't home.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't find a target at all.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's kind of what blast attack is. Like you deliberately decide not to home in, and you skip all of that, and it just goes at the default trajectory, which is kind of like forward and then
just
slightly
going
down.
Straightforward.
And so if you don't hit anybody, then you'll sure go into special fall.
Yep, you'll go into helpless. Hitting the ground is also awful garbage because that's like more than 30 frames
It's like
of you just bouncing.
You have the frames of you bouncing up, and then you come down, and then you have to go through the landing lag, and then you can act.
Yeah, so
like
that's a big reason why most Sonic players don't blast attack anymore. Also, the reason why there's like a Shockbound blast attack meme is because way back when Shockbound was discovering Rascal and all that stuff, and he was like, "Hey guys, I think blast attack is some hot garbage," and we were all using it. And we were like, "Nah, this move's great. I love it." And he's like, "No, blast attack into nothing is my favorite combo, man. Just don't even."
Yeah. So basically, before Rascal was a thing, every Sonic, like their favorite thing to do ever was to use side B across the ground and then immediately from the jump do a blast attack. And
Still
like
sick to this day.
everybody thought that was like
Good. It's
you
still
could
my
do.
favorite.
It's just like every time you get that,
It's still the coolest looking thing in the kit. I'm just saying.
Like you think so at first. I'll prove you wrong. There's so many cooler things that you can do with Rascal than that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you can do cool things. I just mean like from a pure visual perspective, it's tight.
Okay, you keep going with that. I'll keep using my other spin.
I mean, I don't use it,
Okay,
but
that's what I thought. So yeah, as you can see, we're like just barely a minute into the game. He's got one stock left. It's just like, yeah, I wish I could explain everything that happened, like individually. In fact, here, let me go back.
I mean, it's all right. The point of these aren't so that like if you watch this, you can now go play Sonic, but like you can appreciate it more, and you can like this is the kind of thing that like you can appreciate it more. You can understand like, oh, that was actually really hard to get, or there's a lot of different things.
Here,
or for like
actually,
anybody who
right
wants
here.
to do commentary, and that way they don't spend the entire set going like, oh, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
he's pressing B moves.
Yep.
I want to say here though that like the goal in a spacing matchup is primarily to just put them off stage in a position where you can get something off of that. So like right here, I have him like in the side, and I want to just like hit him, and I know he wants to be doing something at the ledge, right? And all Spacey's panicked by that. So I just do the simplest thing ever, and I just like spot dodge his grab and side B him, and like look at this. This is a death scenario, and he's only at like 40%.
Yep.
This is what Sonic thrives on, and he lives until 120, and he kills you at 40. Like that's just kind of how he gets ahead and stays ahead all the time. He doesn't really need to like do a whole bunch of things to hit you off stage and like go into like this large elaborate edge guard. It's just like nope.
And that like that's against Spacey specifically too.
Yeah.
But
like
it's actually against most characters.
Okay.
But I would say that Sonic is really gimp heavy, and his late percent kill confirms aren't exactly that potent. So
okay.
I like to say that Sonic kills you at either 13 or 130.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can actually totally agree with that. That makes sense.
It's pretty funny because there's definitely those moments where like you'll be losing a game or like it's like, oh, this is going pretty even, and then you just kill them at 13%. And it's like, all right, sick, stock lead.
Yeah. Boop. Yep, just the little spring. Like he had a jump. He actually let me go back because like this is something that when Spacey's complained about needing to deal with Sonic edge guards is like they come down here and then they're not sure what they need to do, right?
And
like,
so they jump into the spring.
Like Wolf is down there doing a shine stall because he knows he's gonna get hit. He knows that homing attack is guaranteed. So he wants to hold on to that jump. If he jumps right here, he'd get homing attacked anyway, and then he wouldn't have a jump. He wouldn't even have a chance of up being back after that. So like I'm down here. He knows to save it, and he's shine stalling. I hit him, and he keeps onto it, but then he jumps into my spring. So like that's just kind of the flowchart that Sonic has to take to deal with the Spacey edge guard. Like he has to keep track of the jump, know when to homing attack, and know where to do anything after that. Like the spring is also an important part of his edge guarding tools. Like there's so many things you can do with that to really just stop anything your opponent can do to get back. It's just like this giant falling projectile. No other character has something like that.
I think one of the most nuanced parts of Sonic's gimps are where you choose to position the spring. Because spring is actually really good, and it's like part of what makes his edgeguard game so potent.
Yeah, for sure.
It knocks you away. Most characters, they go pretty far down afterwards.
Especially at lower percents, because like at higher percents, if you spring somebody, they'll be able to like DI upwards, and then they'll still be at like around stage level. And they like feasibly recover from that. But at this percent, you're just dropping like a rock. Like there's nowhere you can really go, and your jump is already gone. So your resources are just kind of dead. There's nothing else you can do once you're down here.
Yeah, versus Space Animal, spring is like the #1 secret killer.
Well, actually, there's a different #1 secret killer, and this happens at the end of the stock here, or at the end of this game, and it's the good old set knockback down the spin charge stuff.
Oh,
yeah, that one. That's my personal favorite Spacey killer, because like it doesn't matter what percent you're at, it's just kind of gonna get you.
Yeah. So down special, we talked about down special already, right?
Yeah, we did.
It's got the charge phase and the release phase.
Charging.
So when he's charging, you can charge for a really long time. And in the air, you can basically charge indefinitely.
You can literally charge indefinitely if you remain airborne. If you hit the ground, there's restrictions.
And when Sonic's charging, he has a hitbox just occasionally like flash around him. This hitbox sends at a really cool angle called autolink angle.
No. I mean, yes, if you play Sonic, but no.
So autolink angles on Wolf up B, Nair. I think Lucario up B also has it.
Yeah.
And it just sends the direction in which your character's going.
Yeah.
Which means that if Sonic's actually chooses to like go down, he's just weakly spiking you.
It's pretty much a spike, and even if he's going like straight down, if he's sending you that way, it's still considered a spike. Like even if it sends like a meteor does. Like there's pretty much nothing you can really do if you get hit by that.
It's really funny because if autolink moves were like more potent, like Wolf up B is a good example. The game checks for meteors by looking within a certain like range, like
Yeah,
say like 35 to like
very specific value and not
80,
like
yeah.
the direction it sends.
But the thing is that autolink angle is above that threshold. It's at 365, so it's not within that window that it's looking for. Which means that you're technically weakly spiking them with no chance of meteor canceling. I mean, it's weak enough where that's not going to matter, but...
Wait, what percent was he? He's at 15%.
Oh, what's that?
I'm trying to figure out what percent he's at when he dies now.
Oh, he was at like 56.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I also kind of want to talk about this, like, way that I ended the stock here, because, like, I had him off the edge, like, at this point. Like, he's only at 15%, but I string a fair into a down tilt into a jab, and, like, it's actually true. Like, he held down on the down tilt, and, like, there's, like, a 2-frame window that you can jab and actually jab reset.
Okay.
Not a lot of people know that. Like, it's an actual true jab reset. Only on Wolf, though. Like, the others, it doesn't work on the other spaces because they're too lightweight.
Okay. All right.
But,
so, how do you kill him here?
This is a grab, and then I get to up throw him, and he DI's in. Like, the cool thing about Sonic up throw, well, cool for Sonics, not cool for anybody else, is, like, you DI in, you're going to go straight up, and if you DI away, you go pretty far. But there's not really a way to get behind Sonic, so, like, I up throw him here. I know he's going to DI in because we're near the ledge. There's no way Spacey wants to go over here. He wants to go here. So he DI's in, he goes straight up, and I just kind of wait. So, like, that's a free regrab for me. Then he learns his lesson, and he goes over there. And then it's like, all right, cool. I'm going to dash attack you.
When you say he learns his lesson, you mean he dies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically what I mean.
That's the lesson, is you should... Loser's bracket.
Yeah. And also, like, I could have gotten a regrab at the ledge here, but I don't really want to do that because, like, if you grab somebody by the ledge, pretty much the no-brainer answer is just DI away. Like, you think you want to go back in, but you don't. You want to go over here because there's no running space for Sonic at this point. So like, he can't follow up on you if he tries to move you out here.
He can do it. It's just a lot harder.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
He grabs you right by the ledge.
I wouldn't attempt it. That's why I went for dash attack.
Yeah.
By the way, dash attack's the other spin move. Just like,
So should he have gone for, like, slight DI in that situation?
No, DI away was probably...
DI
it was
away
either DI away or full DI in. There
like
was...
he probably could have recovered from this. He just kind of screwed up his recovery a little bit. Like, he went up on accident.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he meant to do that.
I was like, if you're telling me that DI away was the right choice and he died.
Basically, if you get grabbed by Sonic and you're not, like, a super mega floaty, you should just accept the fact that you're going to get grabbed up on.
Like, if you're another character, like, if you try to DI off stage in this situation, then you're probably going to get dared, and you're probably going to die. So, yeah. If you're
think of it like our version of Falcon down throw.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, that's game one.
All right.
And,
we do got to move through the rest of the games a little faster, but...
Okay, yeah. No, I'm going to, like, there's a few things. I want to kind of go through with some stuff with the...
I knew that this one would take longest just because we wanted to go through what is spinning.
Yeah, we have to establish a really, this is spinning 101.
Yep.
We got to establish a nice canvas for us to completely destroy with the B button.
Yeah, I'm going to, let's see. I want to get to 219. So we'll get to 219 here. I'm going to pause right there.
Okay, we can talk about spins forever.
Actually...
Yep. Now, after this, I think the other sets should go a little bit faster since we're talking less about, like, the what does spinning do, and it's going to be a lot more...
Yeah. So, around here, I'm going to, like, put him up and put, like, a side B. I'm going to control the airspace around stage, and I'm going to use the drift on side B. Just kind of, like, control exactly where I land so that I can kill him. So, like, I up tilt him, I do, like, a down B. Now I'm going to kind of come over here. Like, you'd think I'd go, like, this way, but I want to drift back so that I land here, because I know where I'm going to put him. So, like, I kind of come down in a straight line, and that's a footstool. Like, so I guess we didn't go over Rascal yet. Maybe I should do that.
I'd say we need to do Rascal and Active Spin Roar at some point.
Yeah.
But we could probably do that a little bit later, unless it's a good time right now.
Yeah, like this right here, I have him in the spot where I want to release. And Rascal, I'll go over what the acronym stands for. It stands for Released Aerial Spin Charge, which is this. Like, this is Spin Charge. That's down B.
Yeah, we call down B Spin Charge.
So, like, you want to release it in the air. because that's the only spot that you can double jump out of it. And the action leniency comes from the fact that you can like double jump during the actual hit lag of it. So before I can actually let Wolf move anywhere, I'm going to double jump, and then also during hit lag, I'm going to input a footstool so that it launches him, putting him in a situation where he's actually footstoolable, and then I hit him with it. Because like in this particular situation, I wouldn't actually be able to footstool him because he's in the middle of like a move.
Yeah.
So it's a really weird scenario where in the hit lag itself, Sonic is allowed to buffer options, essentially. But
and you can buffer any options, right?
It's a little bit weirder than that, because if you hit, right, and then you both enter hit lag, and then Sonic jumps, he'll be stuck on the first frame of his double jump animation.
Yeah, he won't move anywhere.
He won't move anywhere. He'll just be stuck in the first frame. But you can still do things out of that, which means that like you could air dodge and you'll be stuck in frame 1 of your air dodge animation for the duration of that hit lag. So when you think about it, if you eliminate hit lag, you kind of just skip that one frame a little bit. Basically, just makes the inputs way more lenient than they probably should be.
Yeah,
and it's pretty funny. I don't think there's anything like this that works like this in Smash.
No, my knowledge of Rascal before this was just the like, there's a certain input you can do, and I didn't know what it was during spin charge, and it let you get an immediate link after it.
Yeah,
pretty much,
it's just we just can buffer options out of aerial down B.
Okay,
because
cool.
it just doesn't let you do
Pretty
anything
crazy
until it's over. So like once you do that, and it just kind of takes the first frame of what you were in the middle of, and it's kind of like that. It just kind of knows how to do it. So like, yeah, footstool.
Yeah,
Nice.
Brawl's an amazingly coded game.
Awesome. Yeah.
Funny enough, we didn't actually like discover Rascal. We just sort of perfected it. It was kind of known back in Brawl.
Oh, really?
And
I
like,
didn't know that.
Even like in 3.0, you know, you could see some Sonic players experiment with like up throw and then like running up to them, jumping into them, and then like charging down B and then releasing it and trying to like nair out of it or whatever. But we never thought to like wave land out of it or like try footstooling or any of like the really good options, or even try to like just do it out of like do a short hop out of side B and just try to Rascal.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it's an entirely different tech now.
Okay.
It's used in completely different scenarios. It definitely has its own. It's a new definition.
Yeah.
Plus
I'll be
the old
asking
name
you
sucked.
about old Sonic later anyways, so that works.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point out like right here, this is a spot where I actually decide to use slide kick because he's knocked down and I want to hit him with a certain part of it. And
Yeah, so
if
slide-
he's bounced up. He's
Slide
only
kick
gonna,
has really good base knockback,
yeah,
which makes
But-
it really good at edge guarding species.
And for those who don't know, slide
It
kick
goes on.
is
You press A during side special,
cool.
and
Yeah,
Sonic
I'm
will
gonna
just
sum
like
it up.
baseball slide
Yep.
yeah.
to the home plate.
So like Wolf was bouncing here. He actually goes over the strong bit, and I hit him with like the late part of the slide kick. So I go off the edge because slide kick can be edge canceled on any edge, and then it has like kind of like the same end lag as going off an edge with side B normally.
Yeah, no, it doesn't actually edge cancel. It used to do that in 3.02. They
Like,
just
edge
gave it its
cancel
own
is-
special end lag animation.
Okay,
but it's
so
fairly
15
short.
frames long. It's the same thing with normal side B. You go into like a similar length animation, and you're not allowed to do it instantly because that'd be busted. But you
Yeah,
can
there's
still like
some-
fast fall out of it and kind of reposition to where
Yeah,
you
no,
want.
when you said edge canceled, I was scared for a second.
Yeah, there's some like old 3.0 Blender Giphy cats of Sonic just like covering the platform back and forth with side B.
Oh, I've seen
shout
it.
out
Yeah.
to Star. So yeah, good old homing attack. I wanted to down B him there, but like for some reason the hit refresh between like the linking hits of down B let him jump right between the hits. He got very lucky there. I think if he was even like a frame off, like he would have died in that particular moment. But like still, and like there's not much left that's interesting in this game if we're trying to save time.
Yeah, just because we have a few more sets, and we tend to tape for between an hour to an hour and a half.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I mean, like we took forever to get started on.
yeah,
this
no,
anyway,
we took
so
a lot
we'll
longer
hop
than
right
we
on.
meant to get started. So I'm factoring that in.
Okay.
So, don't get too
Um,
bad
is there a
there.
specific VOD that you want me to put up next?
What's that?
Is there a specific VOD you want me to put up next? I have out of the
Probably
ones
the
that you
Ganon,
sent,
because that
obviously.
one is like 5 minutes long, and I won't even stop to pause in between it. Like you'll just see
Which one?
how-
The Ganon VOD.
Okay, yeah, I'll put that one on.
Yeah, that one's just probably going to be Shock just rascaling nonstop and crying.
It'll be a good spot to kind of see what the potential of the character can really like be pushed to. Like you'll see what happens. And also have some good instances of like using down B for like baiting out a response.
Cool. Yep, I'll put on the Ganon one now.
What's that?
Big things that I want us to hit though are like, so that's a lot of the tech, and that's the things that people need to understand. Like, let's also hit a lot of the what kinds of things are you looking for as a Sonic?
Yeah, like
really, a lot of Sonics just play dash dance heavy. I mean, we're really just looking for, because our hitboxes aren't so good.
Yep.
We're just looking to run around, bait you to throwing something out, and then just coming in with a quick speed.
Yeah, there are a lot of baits that you can pull off with down B that me and Goode are particularly like good at using.
Okay.
I like using them.
Like what baits in specific are you thinking?
So when you're charging down special, you can actually cancel it during the charge, which is good to, like, if you do it from a safe distance, it's good to just see if your opponent is the type who will just press a button in that scenario.
Yeah, like you'll see a lot of the times, like you can use down B and charge it like at the corner of the stage where you know they won't try to threaten you. Yeah. And like you can predict exactly where they'll land, and you can just kind of use it as like option coverage. The cool thing about like charging down B is that it has a kind of property where you can sort of like dash dance without moving. Like you can stay in the corner and you can just like cover all the space in front of you without really putting yourself at risk, because you can stop charging at any time.
Yep.
The more that Sonic charges down special, the faster he moves, which means that the space of like how reactable down B is slowly shrinking over time. The more you charge it, and the more your opponent chooses not to do anything. It's really good at just forcing people to do something and feel pressure. And you know, if they decide to shield it, you can kind of just like go through them and jump away. Or
I mean, I guess in a more esoteric way, it's similar to like a fox is shooting lasers at me. I guess I got to do something.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very similar concept, but without a projectile. Sonic is the projectile.
We just usually think of it as a projectile-based thing, but nope, Sonic can make you feel threatened anyways.
Yeah, like right there, you see me charge canceling him, be afraid of moving into center stage so that I can take that. So like you kind of have to strike a balance between actually going in and then charge canceling, so that they're afraid of you going in, so that they have to actually respect your charge cancel in a way.
Yep.
Because like they can't really make the decision to really go in if they think you're gonna actually start moving. Because like you can bluff with that all you want.
Sonic can also, while he's going in down B, skid cancel by pressing shield.
Yeah, like see right there, I baited him into throwing out an F to stop me. You might want to pause it there and go back to just see that.
I'll stop for a sec.
So like go back to fucking 150, I think.
Cool.
Yeah,
like you'll see him throw out an F tilt when I charge cancel the side of the stage, because he thinks I'm gonna run into that. When I actually don't, because I just stop and I let him do his F tilt, and then I just run in and nair him for a free kill. Like here he is. Like it's about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
After when he comes out. Yeah, so this part, I come down, I start charging down B, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna F tilt you," and then he just dies. Like another thing.
Yeah, it's really hard to set up a defensive wall against Sonic if you're just a ground-based character.
You don't know when he's ever gonna come in, except there, of course. But this is where we get into the real meat and potatoes stuff that I'm gonna pull off. Like there's a good old Rascal Footstool. I technically knocked him down at 0% there, which is like something that Sonic really likes to do. It's like I'm just gonna keep hitting him. I'm just gonna give him a good old tour of Smashville.
Yep, just slowly adding percent onto him.
But yeah, he's already got 100 on him. He hasn't even hit me once.
And he's so, like, Ganon as a character is so slow that he's not really able to do a whole lot about it.
So, like, and there's a stock. He's dead.
Yep.
That was 2-0 to deaths without taking damage.
Yep.
Cool.
And here comes another 0 to death.
I mean, but you took damage though. It doesn't count.
I took damage there, but not after I hit him.
You could have had 3 0 to deaths in a row.
See, look, I just hit him. I did so much shield damage to him in that such short amount of time. I was able to shield poke him, and he's dead.
I'm pretty sure you took 1% for just being in the magnifying glass.
Yeah, being down there, yeah.
Doesn't count.
I know it doesn't. I just think it's funny.
So, one thing I hear people who complain about Sonic a lot talk about is side B and how much they hate it. They feel like they get hit by it and they just get grabbed and there isn't anything that they can do about it.
We should sneak out a position where side B from ledge is... I'm sure it'll happen sometime in this game. Like with the intangibility and everything.
Okay. But no, I think that's a really good thing for us to hit is, like we've said, Sonic tends to be getting a lot of hate recently.
Yeah.
And
so I think there's a huge misconception surrounding side B where it's like, oh, you can hit this and, like Sonic will just, it's checkmate at Sonic connecting side B. When really side B is
right there.
Almost like a Rekka.
I want to go back a bit.
I'll let Shock do his thing before I continue.
Soon after I do this, like, I'm going to be on the edge. You want to go, like, up to that second stock, or that third stock, I guess. Because, like, I guess I kill him with the Rascal Footstool on this one, but, like, when I get onto the edge, he kind of puts out his F-tilt, like he's about to hit me with it, but I'm still in tandem. So I just hit his foot, and he just kind of goes way back. Like, you can't beat side B from ledge. It's literally intangible until it touches the ground again. Like, shortly after this stock, which I'm about to end with, like, there's the stock. So I'm going to get onto the ledge shortly after this, and he's going to try and F-tilt me. So, like, look at that.
Yeah, invincible side B from ledge.
Yeah. Like, you can't challenge that, and he's already dead again.
Yeah, it's something you just got to be aware of and try to play around.
You just have to really respect it, and like that's the scariest thing about Sonic on.
Or just cover the space when Sonic's grounded, when he doesn't have invulnerability.
Yeah, like you just really have to respect it, and it just lets me ledge dash for free because like he has to stay away. I just die for not holding back again, and don't worry about this one. Just like don't look at that. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think I take much damage at all for the rest of this game. Go back forward. Yeah, I died of just not holding back right there.
Yeah, that's a really good example of where holding back would have allowed him to live.
Yeah. So about here, like I just kind of keep the pressure on. There's not really anything left for him to really do. Like I just get a jab reset and it's like he's stuck in the corner, and like he just put himself down there, and now he gets springed. You can't be by that wall anymore at that percent. Like just violating his shield from the top because he doesn't have any shield left to protect himself with. The dare just comes through and hits him.
Yeah, I would say spin meta Sonic, or at least the way that Shock and I play it, is very much floor is lava.
Yeah, and right here, Sonic's ledge roll takes up the entirety of the animation in terms of ledge occupancy. Like it doesn't actually ever stop holding the ledge until the animation is over. The only other character that can do that is Mewtwo.
Yeah, most characters it ends at like 80% of the way through, or something like that.
So let's go on to good stuff.
Very few characters can actually do the whole ledge roll, and Sonic just happens to be one of them.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure the only animation where he runs out of ledge intangibility, ledge occupancy before the animation is fully over is his, like, under 100 get-up attack. It's the only one. You got the one against Fox and the other one.
So, I think let's save the Troy set for later because that's a good example of active spin rare. So yeah, let's do me versus Hyper. So as I was saying earlier, side B, a lot of people when they're trying to fight it, they think it's like sort of this all-encompassing option, when really it works a lot similarly to a Rekka in fighting games. Sonic's grab range isn't particularly good.
It's the worst in the game, in fact.
So a lot of people think that Sonic can just side B grab and it covers all options, but that's not true. It only covers certain DI options. Like if you're holding down
hold down
or holding in,
yeah,
and maybe even like no DI at low percents. Like that's how you're gonna get grabbed.
It's rather unreliable in most cases. It's not something that's gonna work.
Side B JC grab is like a hard read.
Oh, I think I know why it might not want to load. It's because it's like a 4-hour video.
It's like a 4-hour uncut video. Yeah, plus that has a timestamp. Maybe it doesn't read timestamps properly. So basically, where I was going with this was because that grab range is so bad, and a lot of Sonic's other options outside B kind of work similarly to that. It's really like Sonic has to make a decision when he hits you with side B, and he's kind of guessing what your DI is, and a lot of people aren't aware of that. So it's like they're playing rock, paper, scissors, but they don't know it. So they're just always picking scissors. And it makes it really easy for Sonic to just always get that punish. So a lot of people just need to start mixing up their DIs, especially on side B. You know, DI away sometimes.
Yeah, we're good. My mic has gone out 3 times now. So I've switched to my other mic, and we're just going to use my less good quality webcam mic.
Okay. So should I continue where I left off then?
Yeah. No, I literally hit stop streaming, stop recording, start streaming, start recording. We're good.
Okay. So I should continue where I was.
Yeah, continue.
So I was saying, so yeah, it's like it's an RPS game where you don't really, where most opponents don't really know that they're playing it. So if they're picking scissors every time, it's very easy for Sonic to just always get that follow-up. And, people got to start mixing up their DI. Don't just hold down or in all the time when you get hit by Sonic side B. DI out sometimes. Maybe try going up.
No, you're good.
There's oh, I have echo apparently.
No, that's me. The chat's like a minute late.
Okay. So, yeah, I think that's one of those things where a lot of people don't know about it, and it's pretty infuriating, to be honest. When you see all these like red threads, where it's like, oh, Sonic's annoying. It's like, oh, yeah. If you don't know what he does, I can see that.
A solution to a lot of what Sonic does, like, for the most part, is holding down. Like, the holding down and shield will actually get you through a lot of the early side B follow-ups. And it can work for a lot of the down B stuff, unless you're dealing with active spinner arm.
Yeah, shield, actually, for like side B, a lot of people are afraid to shield because they think that they'll get JC grabbed, but shield DI, good shield DI will help a lot.
I honestly don't think shield DI really affects it that much. Like
if you try to hit with early side B and they shield DI in, the JC grab will live.
Like usually, like you're prevented from jumping out of side B until this. So like if you're doing it from up close enough, like there's no way this.
You want to get to like 3 minutes 6 seconds or 3 hours 6 minutes. I think is where it is.
It looks like the one.
It's up next, yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's just a super long VOD.
Yeah, I didn't stream this one, so I don't even have the VOD. Definitely one of the ones I would have cut if I had the thing for it.
There you go.
Yep. So there isn't like particularly much going on during the set. I am active spinning like in the background sometimes, but it's just really like a good set of me versus Hyperflame. And
probably talk about what active spinner is then at this point.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot clearer how impactful it is in the Troy set, but basically Sonic's down special, so the one he charges and the one he releases, it kind of has a crouch cancel problem. So at like low percents, it will just you can just be true CC'd, and at like high percents, like 130 plus,
Yeah.
it will just like put people into a tech situation.
Yeah, you'll still be knocked down by it, and like it doesn't actually.
Yeah, so up until like 8 months ago, holding down was like a binary solution to beat spin charge.
Yeah.
Which was really weird.
Yeah, no, I remember people saying that, and then it stopped working.
Yep. So that's the thing, is that it stopped working because we found a thing that's kind of a one frame. I think it's a little deceptive to call it a one frame.
Yeah, because it's like it's the same frame, the same input happening on. Like,
yeah, basically, if you down special when you jump doesn't have a jumping hitbox until you sort of reach like the peakish of your jump. But if you press back and jump on the same frame while you're on the ground, that jumping hitbox will get moved to frame 1. And spin charge doesn't actually have jump squat in it, which means that you can hit with the grounded hitbox and then the very next frame hit with the aerial hitbox.
Yeah, and that's like during hit lag.
It will just pop up basically every character past like 30%.
Yeah, and it has so much like base knockback on it, and it scales so incredibly well that like it'll knock down at like 0 for 1, and then like at a very ridiculously low percent, it'll actually force you into the air where you can literally do nothing about it. So like it's a freaking
okay.
Yeah, so and that's another big thing is that at 0 it will put them into the tech situation.
Yeah, and that's like something
which
that
is like
doesn't even happen
specifically versus like space animals. It was a really big problem for a long time how to punish space animals when they weren't at tumble percentage, because you would get crouch cancel shined basically for touching them. And now it's just kind of like, eat this damage. It also does like 8 more damage if you do it. So
yeah,
and Sonic doesn't really have damage in many places, so it's pretty nice actually.
Yeah, it just adds like some free percentage onto it, and there's a not to do active spin rock. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a portal to playing like Wizrobe a little bit.
Yeah, it just literally is old 3.02 Sonic kind of stuff.
Yeah,
because back then you literally did have a hit on frame 1, and the turnaround was your solution.
Yeah, it's very much bringing back the same function.
Yeah.
With slightly limited applications. You can't necessarily like do it and then continue to run away. You are stuck in the air.
Yeah.
If you choose to do it, but it's still really good.
Like there it is. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Knocked him down.
So I played Hyper a lot, and he's very used to just holding down versus spin dash. And so basically, anytime I confirm off of down B, I've active spin right him.
Unfortunately, in that particular like use of active spinner R, the dare didn't quite connect. But if it had, then
yeah, I was expecting
probably led into something crazy.
I was expecting him to like shield it or try to run away or something.
Yeah, that's the other thing though. Like active spinner R will still activate on basically anything. Like if someone shields it, they'll still eat that other hit. And
yeah,
then, like,
that's more shield damage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like it's just EX down B, like
pretty much.
It's crazy good, which is why I'm really surprised that not many people are using it, because
it's just really hard to like. It's something that is kind of unnatural to perform. Like, in most cases,
the
like,
input
me,
I think is like pretty easy to ingrain into your muscle memory if you just sit down and do it. It's just pressing back and jump on the same frame.
The input for what again?
With it is getting the follow up. Because like the stuff with the hit lag, because there's extra hit lag prevented afterwards, so I get screwed up by it a lot. I just gotta get used to it more, I guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is like you can't really utilize it alongside anything like the grounded jump, because like you can't roll off an edge with it and also active spin R, because like the active spin R is specifically tied to the act of jumping, so you can't like do any of the double jump stuff. You can't skid cancel. Just like,
but all those things that we mentioned earlier that makes down B so great.
Yeah.
Like charging it to threaten space.
Yeah.
And just sort of bait people out and stuff. That makes it that much more threatening. And it stops becoming a tool to just like shut down options and just play around neutral, and just becomes legitimately one of Sonic's like really good bread and butters.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
There are other ways to hit like a bunch of times with down B. Because like there's a similar thing where it can hit a lot. Because like down B is weird because it has something called a re-hit rate on it. Because it's a special brawl hitbox that makes it hit multiple times if you're still in contact with it. It's sort of like the way that Ivysaur's Razor Leaf works. Like the more time you're in contact with it, the more hits you'll take. And it's not like it hits on this frame, whatever. Because like with down B, if you're on the ground, it'll actually hit you like once every 10 frames if you somehow manage to stay in contact with it. Like if you're holding down, you'll actually take like up to 30 damage if you just hold it down. It's like a Peach down smash except moving.
Well, I thought that only happens if you hold forward.
No. On the ground it happens whenever. Like you'll hit it more frequently if you're going at a lower speed. In the air it happens if you move forward because like it's part of the drift and it applies like a frame speed modifier and it's kind of like I don't know. It'd be a very long explanation to really get into.
Brawl is an amazingly coded game.
Yeah, I've done up to like 56 damage with a single down B.
God, you died at 172.
But that's the other thing about Sonic is like he to super high percent if he's playing his cards right, and he'll also kill you really super early. He's hard to gimp, and he's hard to really like kill a lot.
Yeah, no, he's an interesting archetype in that he's very hard to gimp, and he's really good at gimping.
Yeah.
Most characters that are good at gimping are also easy to gimp.
Speaking of which, Sonic's recovery, because it's centered around the spins and stuff, it's actually fairly resource-based. Sonic only really gets one side B per airtime.
Okay.
Unless you down B again.
There is an exception if you down B. But down B is like essentially a death sentence if you don't have your jump. There's no real way out of it.
Yeah.
So once you edgeguard Sonic once and don't let him touch stage, it's really easy to continue to edgeguard him.
Yeah, he's forced to up B, and there's not really much else he can do. He doesn't have B or a jump.
Up B is pretty linear.
It's like his use of down B is tied to his jump because, like Goode said, if you use down B with no jump, you die because it can't grab ledges, you can't jump out of it anymore, and you're really just kind of forced to go forever. Like another way that a lot of Sonics will SD is they try to use their down B when they don't have their jump, and they'll just look like they kind of float towards the blast zone. Like, well, what happened? Like, and they don't really take any other action because they literally can't take any other action.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess I'm dead.
I mean, the stock that Hyper just took from you was the closest thing to a gimp we've seen, and it was still at like 150. And then you killed him at 58. Oh, no, he's not dead. Never mind.
Yeah. It's the Smash famous Hyperflame, you can't always... Not all gimps can be winners. I do think I start to like turn off the jets right around here in the set. Because it's like kind of even, and then this BS happens where I confront him like once or twice and he just kind of dies.
All right.
There's so many mix-ups that you can do around the ledge at that particular down B towards.
Why am I alive? Oh my god.
You didn't die? What the hell?
How did you live?
Oh, there he goes. Yeah.
Oh, hey, I have a lead.
We're going to go and watch that again. Yeah, starting from where you live.
Little down throw fair gimp.
Down throw fair.
Like once a game. Like once a set, really. Like once you see it happen once, you don't really...
Here. What percent was that at? It should... What?
You went too far forward? Or you went too far back?
Because this is a long-ass VOD.
Yeah, rest in peace. Does, forward air,
whatever.
Forward arrow and back arrow not do anything?
What's that?
Oh, no, this is still game one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Does, do your left and right arrow keys not do anything?
I think
not with Rabbit.
No. Rabbit changed the way it works between recording these.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I put it in the chat, but I am completely changing the way I record these from now on.
Why is that still there?
I don't
Good
know.
old Rabbit.
Yeah, I'm changing the way I record these before next time because there we go.
Oh, there he goes. Yeah, just don't mouse onto it anymore, I guess.
Oh, well, this is game 2. But
Yeah.
I give him twice.
Yeah.
I guess we're watching game 3 again.
Well, no. We were only watching game 2 before.
Yeah. But now we're gonna watch game 3, however
Yep.
we were left in it, because like you didn't turn it up until like I guess 2 stocks.
No,
in.
we were watching game 2 when the.
Oh really? I thought you had already like killed him off the top with up air in that last one.
Nope. It was game 2 where I give him twice immediately. But yeah, I like down throw fair him, and then I hit him with some other spin game. Oh, I actually hit him with a crazy dash attack, or a forward smash. I think I just forward smashed him at like 12, but it was like really charged, so he just dies because he already upbeat.
How are we doing on time, Wisely?
We're doing fine. I think we can watch one of the other sets after this, and then we probably should be wrapping up.
Okay.
Cool.
Because the other sets are a lot shorter than this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put on the one with Troy and Goode.
Okay. In the meantime, do we have any other...
I'd say while we're doing that, what are some of the other... So one of the big misconceptions, I think you started saying it, but was when someone side Bs at you, or sorry, when Sonic side Bs at someone and they feel like they either have to take the hit or they get shield grabbed.
Oh, yeah.
What should people be doing in those situations?
So, I mean, people are just afraid of... Oh, it is this game. People are afraid of shield. So, yeah, that was just the down throw fair right there.
Yeah.
And then this edge rush is kind of continuing, and he's dead.
Nice.
Gross.
Yeah, it was pretty disgusting.
I would go back if Rabbit didn't hate me today.
Oh, there's active spinner on shield.
I'm sorry that everything of software that I used to record these broke the day that we decided to record this one.
That's just part of the fun. So, yeah, people are generally afraid of shielding side B. They think that they're just going to get grabbed every time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not really how it works.
Yeah,
like
it's not how it works. It depends a lot on when Sonic decides to side B into you, because he has to travel a set distance. So if he starts it earlier, when he's not in you, he might be able to grab you if you're just holding shield. But
yeah, like,
if he starts
really
inside of you and you shield DI in, it's not gonna really matter.
He's prevented from actually jumping and doing the grab. Like he has to wait for 3 hits to come out before he can actually jump. Like when he flashes blue, that's the point where he can actually do it. So like normally, if he does his side B like up close to your shield, there is absolutely no way that he can actually grab you. He will pass straight through you before the grab actually comes out, and you really don't have to.
Yeah, you really need to like shield DI away in order to get hit by.
Okay.
It's probably the way to deal with side B most of the time. You just have to worry about what's going to happen after that. Like you don't have to worry about getting grabbed. You can.
If you get hit early enough, if you can make it through Sonic, that's pretty good.
So shield DI in?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to go through him.
Okay.
You want to make sure he passes through to the other side of you cleanly.
But if you're already hit, you should just try to not do the same thing.
That was really slick.
It's just the little platform drop fair. That's like one of the few things that Sonic can do to just like have a hitbox above the platform before he drops, because like up air is too slow for that.
Oh yeah, so right there I spin shot, which is a thing
spin.
we totally forgot to talk about.
And I guess like spin shot's not really something that you really see anymore.
Yeah, it's not impactful, and it's basically the same thing as jumping out of down B now.
Did we used to see it all the time?
Yeah, they nerfed it heavily after.
Okay, so that was between patches, not just like the meta changing.
Yeah, it goes like less than half the distance it used to. It's you basically never see it anymore. It's generally just safer for Sonic to recover by just riding out down B and then jumping.
Yeah, like I did the math. It's sort of like if you're in down B and you're just riding it out for a little, you make up the distance spin shot would within like something around 30 frames. Like, and you usually have the time to do that stage. It's not really like something you really need to do.
Yeah, spin shot is one of those things where it just flings you somewhere really quickly. So it's just good to like escape or just completely mix somebody up.
Yeah,
but it's not something that you want to do all the time.
Okay, that's fair enough.
It's kind of lackluster. You would just side B if you wanted to do that. So like the thing about side B is like the spin shot momentum will just get canceled by side B. So like if you try to like side B after that, you're just losing out on if you try to use it. And then like at that point, there's not really a reason to spin shot in the first place because like you're just the time it would take for you to start off the down B is more than the like height that you would actually get from just like doing the normal jump and side B. So like you just lose out on all. There's not really a point to spin shot in that situation.
So
so we missed out on oh, go ahead, Wise.
No, you continue.
I was saying we missed out on a pretty important thing, which is the up throw dare vortex.
Oh yeah.
So the startup of Sonic's down air, he actually spikes, which is really good for killing. But actually, if you do it on stage, like at 0, you can up throw down air, L cancel that, and then get the regrab, and just kind of repeat that until they enter hard knockdown.
Does it like work up to a certain percent usually, or?
It's character dependent, but you know, generally like somewhere slightly past 30 is what happens for most characters.
So while the rest of the thing is playing out, since we're gonna, you just took that set. We're gonna put on the video of Goode versus Troy at We Tech There's 3. Again, if there's anything specific you want to point out, do it. But I'm going to ask some final questions as we're wrapping up as well. Sound good?
Yeah, I think this set is like a really important set because, like Shock mentioned, plenty of Sonics think that Fox is the worst matchup. But also plenty of Sonics don't active spin roar. So this is like the fact that you don't get crouch cancel shined and you don't. All you're really worrying about is Fox throwing out a hitbox right now. It changes the dynamic of the matchup a lot.
Okay.
So I used to like not particularly like this matchup very much. You know, it was a lot of dash dance camping and like, you know, fishing for grabs and stuff. And it's really hard to confirm throws on Fox. You have to be really, really tight with it. But it really opened up the neutral a lot for Sonic.
So what is active spin roar?
Oh, we went over it a little bit.
Okay, so sorry.
I know we went over it, but
the
like,
name...
this is an hour and a half later now.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So active spin roar is if you press back and jump on the same frame during down special, an additional hitbox will come out, essentially frame 1 of Sonic's jump, which makes it a 1-frame link, which breaks crouch cancel at all
there
percents.
It is right there. He already took 20% from just that.
Cool. Nope, that's all I needed. I just, instead of making people go back an hour and a half, the one sentence.
Yeah. The name for active spin roar is because you do have to Sonic can roar during down B, so it is sort of like that was where the name came from.
Yep.
And we were already spin roaring before for like other stuff, but now it's like, oh well, this one actually just has a hitbox on it, so let's just call it active spin roar.
So that's the active part. It's just that it has a hitbox on it too.
Yep.
Okay.
Otherwise, there would be no hitbox.
Like when you try to turn out of down B normally, like there's not a hitbox until frame 11, and normally the hitbox will only appear on frame 1 if you haven't already hit a target and you're going forward. Like that's why there's a difference between it, because like you can have an active jump, but it won't necessarily be an active spin roar.
And you said it breaks crouch cancel at all percents?
All percents.
That's sick. Okay.
I don't know if it like interacts weirdly with Bowser's crouch or anything like that.
Well, we're ignoring special like super armor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it'll only break if it takes more than the percent that it would like cause tumble with, which we already know it breaks. Like it causes tumble right at 0, so it'll always break that.
You're just demolishing him right now.
Yeah. So like I said, Sonic can play a lot more aggressive now versus Fox.
Because you're not worried about getting crouch cancel shine. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, or at the very least, I can threaten to take the option away from Fox. It doesn't make getting touched by Sonic a like binary decision of, oh, I need to mash down B right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Once I prove that I can punish it like once or twice, it's like a matter of he might choose to just try to go for something else now. And that just lets me do things like side B, which normally would be crouch cancel.
Yeah, no, the fact that you can threaten breaking crouch cancel at any percent actually is what lets you do other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just makes it so that you really have to respect like down B fully now. Like you used to just be able to disrespect all of it by just holding down, but that's not something you can do anymore. And as soon as people start actually learning how to use
you can see he's like shielding, and I'm just
he's panicked.
dashing in. Yeah.
Well, that was a strange follow-up. Up throw to wait and down smash, but whatever.
Well, I just missed the nair there, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I saw
I'm just
that.
gonna down smash to the platform. It's definitely like an oops moment.
Whatever. It linked into a down smash then.
It's like, whatever, I got the kill.
Yeah. I mean, linked, mistack, whatever.
Yeah.
So while we're waiting for the rest of this, what things should a new Sonic be like learning? What is the first thing a new Sonic should be doing? Where would you suggest them to go? Is it the Discord or is there a video? What kind of stuff?
Definitely the Discord.
Use Discord, yeah, like
'Kay.
100%.
Sonic Discord is actually one of the most friendly and active PM character Discords that
It
I'm
may
aware
very
of.
well be the most active character Discord.
Definitely. The fact that we discover some new jank tech like every 3 months definitely helps a lot.
Because then you spend the rest of the 3 months trying to figure out how to use it best.
Yeah. There's a lot of discussion, and our opinions and everything just changes rapidly because just new crap comes out.
So we're gonna have to record this video again in like 3 months.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah, probably, honestly.
Yeah, that's why I said this is spinning 101. 102 we'll discover I don't know, some new thing that we all weren't expecting but we should have known about.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
remember that, like, before Rascal was really a thing that people cared about, Sonic was considered like 20th on the tier list. Now
he was like
considered top
25th.
5.
Yeah. Oh, and now people are saying like, oh, he's going to be the best of the game in the future, and yeah.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Yep.
Probably. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
With the current trajectory, there is a really good arc.
It's a
really
non-zero
weird.
chance.
I
Yep.
define Sonic because of like his hitboxes and just like how he has to fight everybody. He very much feels like a mid-tier character, and then you hit them, and then he's like the best character in the game. So he's just a mid-tier character with top-tier options. Like that's the only real way to describe him.
You do realize saying a mid-tier character with top-tier options is the definition of a top tier, but that's okay.
Don't forget his top tier attributes. You're like, the fastest run speed in the game.
Fastest maximum velocity run speed. That's actually a misconception.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I thought it was run speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he doesn't.
His initial
actually-
dash speed is actually slower than Fox's and Falcon's.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
I
he
don't
accelerates
remember
really
if
fast.
Wolf is fast.
Well, he's still really freaking fast no matter what.
Oh yeah,
It's
totally.
like, on the
But it
short
takes
term-
him like a good minute to like hit his
Okay.
final form.
But like he's probably the best at like going across the entire stage faster
Oh,
than
yeah.
any other character.
Mhm.
Like
That's why
You-
Sonic's like love those long stages without many platforms. Cause
So
it's
if we only played on FD,
FD, we love FD.
yeah, exactly.
We love FD.
Oh, actually, I usually ask that, and I didn't. What are the stages Sonic is looking for? Typically, I know it changes based on matchups.
As far as starters go, Smashville, PS2, and Delfino Secret are like basically all he ever wants.
That's your jam?
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, and counterpick wise, FD is the big one. Otherwise,
Is that his best
we're
stage by
pretty lucky
far?
to take basically, yeah.
Okay.
It's there are matchups where you might want PS2 more.
In general, though.
Yeah, but in general, 9 times out of 10, he wants FD.
Mhm.
I would say
He also
I personally-
just like hates Fountain like a lot.
Why Fountain?
The platforms really mess up the spins.
Okay.
Like,
So like similar to like why Falcons don't like it and stuff like that.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's small. A lot of characters benefit more than the platform.
yeah, Sonic in general doesn't really like platforms.
I
Okay.
think, like especially low ones like that. There are some ways to make it easy
And
for
that
a
was
lot
done.
of cases. Like you can down B off of the platform and then immediately ask a waveland on the floor because this is how it works. Like I think down B is like amazing on Fountain of Dreams, but it's just like it's so small and a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
feels
things that
like
just make it not work so great for Sonic.
what Sonic can do on the platforms is very niche, while everything he does on a flat stage is like really oppressive. So
I also wouldn't agree with with Final Destination being like 9 times out of 10 the best one. Like I personally prefer bigger stages like Dreamland and Delphine. Just for a lot of stuff. Like FD is something that I like in matchups, but I would really only pick it maybe 40% of the time in a lot of matchups.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Sonic has.
It's still a good. It's still a good stage for him, though.
Yeah, Dreamland and Delphinos are really weird for Sonic because he actually doesn't really have. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but he doesn't really have the best kill confirms if he doesn't gimp you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. It doesn't.
He'll kill you
how
like
good
pretty
the boss
late,
is. If he kills
especially
you,
on those
100%.
really large stages, and then you know, he doesn't exactly have the best back air of all time.
It's the slowest bear in the game.
It is
Fun
the
fact.
slowest back
Okay.
air in the game.
Oh, we got interrupted
13.
before. So that's stages. Sonic Discord is where people should be going if they are interested in learning more about Sonic. Do you guys have any YouTube like guides, or is there like a written up guide? Anything like that?
Sonic or
so
Stars Guide, probably the way to go.
Stars Guide is a really good introductory.
Yeah.
To
No,
Sonic.
we are saying introductory for sure.
Yeah.
It's not like a Bible. You wouldn't want to go back to it once.
I would read it like once or twice if you're confused about how the moves work.
I would say really try to figure it out on your own and ask the Discord for help.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't really try to follow what the analysis segments of Stars Guide is about
Okay.
because it's very much out of date. You'll see
Yeah.
things like Blast Attack is really good.
Yeah, don't
You should
listen
use
to that.
Blast Attack like this. Like,
And
don't
you're like,
do
no,
that.
you should.
This was written way before Rascal was discovered.
Yeah, this is like
I learned the game.
this
on.
is like 3.5.
Okay.
3.6
Okay.
-ish.
So take it all with a grain of salt.
Yeah, with a very light coding.
Yeah. But no, I can vouch for the Sonic Discord as well. Because of how life went, this video took forever for me to actually get going. So I've just been chilling, super lurking in the Discord for like 3 months now.
Yeah, seeing you pop in every now and then has been like really fun.
Guys, I didn't die. I promise it's going to happen. Yeah. So no, I second that one. What else? Oh, two or a couple, maybe more than two, really quick things. Stuff that I hear people talk about Sonic a lot. For people that aren't as accustomed to current PM because either they stopped watching when it stopped being on Twitch, stuff like that, what is the biggest difference between Sonic in, like, say, the days of Wizrobe to Sonic now?
He is so much less bullshit.
Yeah.
He's, it looks
He's
dumb.
still
It's
bullshit,
really
but
not that dumb.
nice.
I honestly think Sonic currently gets his hate from two prime sources.
Which are?
Old 3.02 footage of Wizrobe and Smash 4 Sonic. People just assume that this character, because he's good, is going to
And because he's
answer
related
garbage.
to those. Okay, yeah.
I think that if everybody just sat down, really experimented with Sonic a little bit,
Mhm.
understood how his spins work, you'd understand that it's actually a really cool, nuanced character.
Oh, for sure.
And I don't really think Sonic Man's get enough credit most of the time.
And that's, like,
Yeah.
literally the point of the series.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why I was pretty excited to be on here.
For sure.
Uh,
Now you're going to have a video that you can be like, look, just watch this. Okay, so that's the difference between that. The other one is, because I've heard people make this joke, I've seen it popped up on Twitter a lot, and every time a bunch of Sonic players get really upset, the like, oh, Sonic mains just need to learn how to dash dance, that kind of thing. Can you rip that apart for me?
oh.
Yeah, I could see it in
There's
your
this
eyes
camp
as I
of
mentioned it. Like,
complainers.
why is that wrong?
There's this camp of complainers, right? Of people who 9 times out of 10 don't understand Sonic as well. They just see Sonic and are like, oh, he's a fast character. People should just be dash dance camping with him.
Mhm.
Like, the
Sonic
thing is, like,
lacks good tools for the specific type of camping that people expect from
Yeah.
him.
Like, he should dash dance, but, like,
Yeah.
he shouldn't be doing, like, Falcon-style dash dance camp.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't have the Falcon Nair or the Fox up tilt. Like, his best, like, spacing option is down tilt. And that really is, like, about it. You can, like, try to space a back air or two, but it's really slow and pretty predictable, so you're probably not going to have a good time if you try to do it too often. It's really all about... I mean, he's a trickster. You move all around the stage. You hit him with these jank-looking ball moves that nobody can tell the differences of, except for those who have a PhD in spinology. And
Which you two do.
Yeah. We're
I guess so, yeah.
You guys are the professors.
resident professors. And like, you know, it's just weird. 'Cause I mean, you know, there's a part of me who's like, yeah, why don't we just Dash Dance Camp? But then I'm like, man, no,
There's
these
just
people
a
are
lot
wrong.
more to it than that.
Yeah,
Exactly,
They're missing
yeah.
so much of the meat.
A lot of the people who really seem to think that, like, oh yeah, why is there no good Sonic? Why does everybody lose with this character? Why is like everybody playing this top 5 character not able to win a national? It's just like, okay, mate, yeah, just pick it up.
Okay, I
try
think-
it out,
Yeah,
see for
Sonic is
yourself.
inherently inconsistent. Like, by
The fact that you just said, why is there no good Sonic? Why does everybody lose to Sonic? Why is he a top 5 character, but why doesn't he win a national? Like, people swing so hard against, like, their opinions on him.
It's like I really want to see some good Sonic come out of the blue. It's like pick it up and just start winning places, but let's face it, that's not happening for a while. Not with any of these people.
Yeah.
Who just claim, oh yeah,
Sonic's actual statistics aren't in his favor. He's got a really shitty tech roll. Like
this just
he will get reaction tech chased by the good characters.
people really
His
underestimate.
weight and fall speed means that he's gonna get comboed easily.
People
He's a
underestimate.
good combo weight.
Hitboxes means
Yeah.
that he can't really contest well. In order to do well playing Sonic, you have to be playing on point. And
Yeah.
there's very little room to autopilot.
It's
with playing
incredibly
Sonic.
hard to be consistent with character. Like people really underestimate that.
Mhm.
It's just like you can't just pick up this character and start winning left and right just
Yeah.
because you started playing it. You have to put so much
I think-
time and effort into learning how to really utilize everything.
Yeah, run speed doesn't make the character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spinning doesn't even make the character. You have to put
Speed can make a character better, but it's not going to
Yeah.
make the character.
no person really understands how to incorporate both like the sort of neutral heavy play style and the punish heavy style, and also incorporate that with all the spinning and all the cool stuff that you can do with that. Like
Yeah, the
there's
closest
all
we
these
have
different
currently
tools.
is J-Fist.
Mhm.
Yeah, and, like,
He's-
even he doesn't really understand like everything that there really is. Like he's
And he
still
also just doesn't
inconsistent.
act as spinner. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't really use the crazy, stupid spin stuff. Like, and he recognizes that it's there, and he admits that it's just like not something he's really used to yet. And I feel like once somebody comes in and is able to understand all of it all at once and able to apply it correctly, then we'll have somebody who can win a national. But until that happens, we're gonna be waiting around for a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'm
Who-
the person who's gonna incorporate the Dash Dance Camp properly, because I'm playing Sonic for fun,
Yeah, like I don't really like spinning too much to get.
and I've got only one goal in mind: press the B button as fast as I can, as hard as I can.
Who are lay it out for people? Who are the Sonics that people should be paying attention to right now?
There is a very clear top 3 Sonic players right now,
Okay.
and that's J-Fist, Aeon, and myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's sort of the general consensus we've come across. Like the 3
Aeon
main-
is very, I guess, the closest thing we have to old school currently.
Yeah, he's been playing this character forever.
Yeah, he's been playing him for longer than basically most of us.
He's gone back several patches, yeah.
Yeah, and he plays not like the 3.02 ported over or anything like that. He plays like very very slow, very methodical. It's very not reliant on the spins. I mean, I think he just kind of like reads and outplays most people.
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah,
kind
he's
of how
just a
he.
good player.
Yeah, he really just good players it. J-Fist is, or I guess on the opposite end of the spectrum is like myself. I spin a lot. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Nope.
I might have an addiction problem.
Your name on Twitter, or you're not your name, but like
Yeah, my
the little
spin
thing that
name.
what is
Spin
it?
Sensei
Spin
Good.
Sensei something?
Yeah, Spin Sensei Good.
Yep.
Yeah, that I got that name because I was going to make a video on Active SpinRAR, but the editing software I was using was like really weird, and I have a different editing software now, so I should probably give it another shot. But the one I was using was like made it virtually impossible. I put like 50 hours into it, and I only got like 3 minutes into it because it was.
What, you mean
really
more
weird.
software issues? Like we haven't had enough of that today?
Yeah.
I'm still like slightly frustrated about that I'm now using a different mic, and I'm
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
halfway through the sound quality on my end is just gonna go to crap. Yep, that's all right. Okay, so we got those. Shout-outs. Anybody that you guys want to shout out? You're seeing TOs, other Sonics, whatever.
I mean, I really just got to shout out the Snecks. I wouldn't be playing the game without them. Snecks being everybody in MDVA. We're like a tight, close-knit little family where we'll just talk about everything. We'll go out, we'll like hike in the summer together, throw like some crazy house parties at Good House, that type of thing.
Nice.
It's it's a lot more than just a group of PM players. It's a friend group now.
Yeah.
Very much my closest friends right now. And then, of course, all Sonic Discord. You guys are great. You guys are amazing. Wild, you're the best.
Wild,
we
yeah.
make fun of you a lot, but we do like you, I think. I do at least. Moto, same thing, but exactly the opposite.
Sonic.
I actually don't like you.
Oh.
He's been like super active in the chat the entire time. You're just gonna crush his heart.
Moto's sick.
Crump is sicker.
Yeah. Everyone there is really nice.
That's a Crump.
We don't really have any like problem people. Occasionally, though, some really fun stuff will happen where like somebody
People
who's
think
like
it's
on
the
DeviantArt.
Oh no.
Smash Bros. Sonic Discords, whatever. There's like random DeviantArt OC people who join in, and like I get to like screenshot them and then log it in the admin channel, and then like ban them for like doing really weird stuff.
Some weird shit.
All right.
We've got a backlog. It's all good fun though.
Okay.
That happens like once every like couple of months.
Shockbound, shout outs.
Nicest ones I'll ever have. Shout outs to Legacy XP for taking up all my time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be hype.
So we'll have a good
There we go.
But yeah, I can't go to tournaments until that's done.
Okay.
So soon, TM.
Yep.
Early 2018. TM.
Well, we're 3 months into 2018 now, so that should be soon.
I hope.
Where would people find you? I mean, you've said it's CT in Washington. Or not CT, MDVA.
Yeah, MDVA PM. We have a little bit of a. We look like we're dead. We're really not. We're just all in a Facebook Messenger chat messaging each other.
Yep.
So the MDVA PM Facebook group looks dead. We do have a Discord. But if anybody wants to just like message or send anything in there, we'll.
Washington has too many weeklies. We're super alive. We're more alive than we've ever been. Help! Please attend our weeklies. We have so many.
Like
4.
Jeez. Okay.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah. What's the next thing people might find you at? Next big tournament you're going to?
We had like this giant Sonic round robin at Bigger Balk a while back. Like everybody was there. We had like these Chaos Emeralds to everybody.
Yeah. I bought like 20 Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
And handed them out to like the Sonics. There's like.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So is that you getting a reprise for even Bigger Balk?
Yeah, we're gonna.
I'm not sure when the next big meetup is. It might be even Bigger Balk.
It's probably gonna be even Bigger Balk or Smash and Splash.
Yeah.
One of those.
It's looking like one of those two.
Okay. Well, I didn't even mean like the next big meetup, but like where if someone was like, man, I want to see this person play on stream or like do commentary or whatever, where are they going to see you at a big event next? So even Bigger Balk, Smash and Splash.
Washington doesn't have many big events, but we have Smash the Stigma 3, which is probably
that's your guys' regional
one. I think it's a regional. Yeah, we got like.
Mm-hmm.
We try to make it a regional. Everybody came down for the sleeper, and I think they're kind of pooped from that. It was not too long ago. But yeah, it should be big.
Cool.
It's hard to get people up into Pacific Northwest.
I watched the highlight thing for the second one. So
Yeah. Yeah.
shoutouts
some pretty
to
great
Darth
food
Shard
over here.
who moved over there.
Yeah.
You said you're probably going to even bigger Valk. Good.
Yeah. So when Xandu's coming back, PM will be back with it,
Cool.
streaming on Project MDVA, and I think the next is kind of the off season for tournaments. But I think the next thing coming up is Flex Zone.
Oh yeah, I forgot
might
about
be-
Flex Zone.
I might be going to that.
Okay.
I think so. That's not really a super hard confirmed yet, but
Cool. For myself, I'm gonna be at Smash and Splash. Cannot make even bigger Valk. I'm also running Push More Buttons. So if you're in the Midwest, come out. If you're not from the Midwest, talk to me, and we'll try to get you to come out. Other than that, I think we are good to go. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
it was a pleasure.
Thank you, Goode. Thank you, Shockbound. Thank you, chat, for putting up with all of the tech issues that we had today. I'm going to completely uninstall and reconfigure my OBS because I think it's just an issue of like I've added things every single time and now it's just not
I mean, are you
optimized.
using Studio or Legacy or what's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, he says.
Yeah. So Studio.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, no, I will see all of you guys around. This stream will officially be back. I had to take a break during this winter. We have confirmed what the next one is going to be. We are going to be talking with... I've just completely blanked on someone's tag. I'm so sorry. Oh, we're talking with Yono and Power Up about Roy.
Ooh.
Oh, Power
Yeah.
He's
I forgot. I wanted to say Level Up, and I knew that wasn't right. So Yono and Power Up
I'm
about
surprised
Roy.
Power Up is agreeing to that, but hey, more Roys, I guess.
Yup.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that'll be in about 2 weeks, and we will see you guys all then. All right, bye.
Bye.
Getting tight, boys.